New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Welcome to morning prayer for Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network, and I am delighted and honored, as always, to be able to spend time with you in prayer, because this is just a glorious way to start the day. So thank you so much for being here. Or if you're listening to this after, thank you so much for tuning in. One of the wonderful things about prayer is that because we are conversing with loving spirit, there is no time limitation, if you will. There's no time exclusion. It all goes into the greater consciousness. So it's all there, all the time, for everyone. All right. So this morning, I wanted to share this with you. This is from Dr. Wayne W. Dyer, from his book, Your Sacred Self. He says, of all the enlightened beings I have met and have read about, the one similar quality that they seem to possess is that they are not in any way tied to their past. They are free because they don't rely on the way things used to be to define their lives today. Good morning, Linda. This is particularly useful this time of year. As we enter a new year, people often look back at the old year and they talk about what it is that they want in the new year, so-called resolutions. Well, by this time, traditionally, most people have either forgotten about their resolutions, or they've lost them or broken them, whatever. And I wonder how many people are looking at what happened in the past, and what they're simply trying to do is negate that. What we want to do is we want to affirm. We negate things we do not want by affirming what we do want. So I look to the past to have an understanding of where I came from. I look to the past to find those places and those areas and those circumstances and those individuals where I can learn. And then it's time for me to move forward. And it is time to find new solutions, new opportunities. So this is what we're going to take into prayer this morning. We are going to recognize that regardless of where it is that we believe that we are in our spiritual journey, there's always more. Right? There's always more. So I'll invite you to take a breath with me. Just nice full inhalation and a full exhalation. As we breathe in, we are reminded of the glory of life itself, the preciousness of life. So I hold all of those who are dealing with tragedy, dealing with intensity, dealing with issues and circumstances that are seriously out of their control. But we are talking about divine beings, and so we are all connected to them. We are connected just as surely as the stars in the sky. So, as I take this breath, I allow my gaze to soften, or I allow my eyes to close so that I can be fully present. And I recognize that in this unity, there is strength. In this connection to the one, there is strength. In my commitment to my beliefs, in my commitment to my values, there is strength. And it is that strength that I call upon when I look at where I stand today. And I look at what it is that I want in my life, that I want to experience to a greater degree, things that I want to release, things that I know serve me well. And so I want to see more and more of that. So by calling on the wisdom that is within, the wisdom of the one, I open my heart and I open my mind to different possibilities, regardless of what it is that I had to use to get to this point in my life. Where I am today is different from where I was before. What worked for me before does not necessarily work for me now. I've certainly had times when I had a situation where I said, okay, I know exactly what spiritual tool I want to use. I use that tool and nothing. So I look for a different tool. I always know that the spiritual toolbox is immense. And if I cannot find my way through, I know I can always call for help. I know I can always ask another to remind me of who and whose I am, to remind me of my truth. And so by being able to allow myself to stay in one place when I need to do that, so that I'm not simply turning away from adversity, I'm not simply trying to deny it and say this doesn't exist, but rather staying in what I have to deal with, accepting that this is what is on the outside, but then allowing myself to discern more, allowing myself to look beyond the surface, allowing myself to bring all that is within me to bear on the situation so that I can understand what else is possible. How may I move forward? What is something I have never tried, but now has burst upon the scene as a possibility? When I have those aha moments, when I have that, I've got it moments, I know that that is the wisdom of the one shining through. And I know that when I am stymied trying to solve something, whatever it might be, and I rack my brain, I just can't get to an answer. That is when I have two mantras. My mantra of I release and I let go. I let God and I let go. Or I surrender to the power and the presence of God within me. Either of these enables me to find a place of calm, to step away, so to speak, to allow loving spirit to work in that openness and allow me to bring forth with clarity a possibility. That is how I solve so many things. And so I call upon all of that as I look forward. I look to the past only to see what it is that I can gain from looking there. Carrying forward what I have learned rather than carrying forward a remembrance of pain and suffering because I hold on to that pain so tightly. Now, I want to release that. And so I have the ability to look to the past as is necessary, to look to the future so that I can plan, but to stay focused in the moment so that I can be. And so this is my truth. And I believe that this is the truth of each and every one of us. And so in that confidence and in that certainty, in joy and in thanksgiving, I release this word. I release it to the law which always says yes. And so it is. Hello, Maria. I mean, Mara. Good to see you. Being is defined as in the eternal now. I love it. Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, folks. Whether you consider yourself an enlightened being or not, I know you are. I know you are an enlightened being. You are here. Have you finished? Have you gotten to the end of your enlightenment? Have you risen so far in your spiritual growth that you need not think about this anymore? Of course not. Of course not. We continue to grow. We continue to learn. We continue to be ever more completely who and whose we are. Isn't that glorious? All right, folks. I know that you're going to have the best day that you can possibly have because that's within your power. And I sincerely, sincerely hope that you can remember at all times that you are loved and you are most certainly loved. I'll see you soon. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.